Uh, what's up, guys? Welcome to another video. So in this week's video, the conscious response was, I integrate charged emotions. Okay, so let me just say first off that this week was full of charged emotions for me. I actually had a very difficult breakup happen to me earlier, where I was talking with a girl that I've been dating on again and off again for quite some time, and she actually has an ex-husband. And so what happened was she'd been talking to me throughout the week, telling me how much she wanted to see me and how excited she was to really get back together with me and all this stuff. But she was telling me how she had to go to her ex-husband's for Christmas so that her children, could get the presents that they want and all of this stuff. And, I was just very supportive and just like, yeah, baby, go ahead and do that. It's going to be great. I'm so excited to see you. And basically, I got a text basically on Christmas telling me that she was not able to see me anymore, and that she said, I can't see you anymore, I'm back with my ex and I'm moving back in with him. And I mean, this was a very unexpected twist for me, although to be fair, this kind of stuff has happened in the past, so it's not totally out of character for her. But it was still a charged emotional experience nonetheless. And so this week, I really have been struggling to integrate these charged emotions. So I've still been sticking with my presence process, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, and doing the releases as well. And the chapter, and I actually really feel as though sitting and just really breathing and feeling the discomfort in my body, like actually feeling the emotional pain swirling around inside of me, it's quite horrible in a way. It feels really bad when your sense of happiness or self is tied up in another person. So it's just been really, really challenging this week, especially because I was so excited to see my girlfriend, but who's not my girlfriend, but who I've dated this person in the past, and I would like to make her into a girlfriend, and I would like her to return to me and be done with her ex-husband, because all he really does is he's just kind of her sugar daddy. And he's actually an older man, and I actually had one interaction with him where he punched me in the face. So I totally unprovoked, by the way, just happened to be in her room at a time when he showed up, and we didn't tell him that I was there, and he saw me. He figured out that I was there. I think he saw my jacket was on a chair, so he came into the room, and as I was like getting dressed, he just like punched me in the face. It was pretty horrible. And but me and this girl, we keep getting back together, and I really love her. I think that she has a lot of good qualities that I look for, but she has this baggage from the past of this old relationship, and obviously she's just kind of having a hard time with moving on. And she also has a bit of an alcoholic problem. I mean, it's not really, she has a bit of a drinking issue where, I mean, I personally don't even mind that she drinks, but sometimes it can change her personality. So she texted me saying how sorry she was. She'd been drinking. She actually called me Christmas Eve and was like, all flirty, telling me that like, yeah, I can't wait to get out of here. And then literally the next day, oh no, I'm back together with my ex and I'm moving in with him. And I'm just like, oh gosh. So it was just really hard. And I've actually been watching some of Julian's older videos on the topic of letting go. And it talks a lot about desire, and having this feeling of lack within us, and I totally related to that as far as feeling this feeling of lack, because it's like, when you don't have sexual abundance with somebody, with women, and then you meet one woman who's fucking your brains out, and then all of a sudden, she's telling you, well, I'm actually getting back with my ex. I mean, it's devastating. You just like, what? No, your sense of, it's horrible. And so I've been feeling these emotions that have just been coming up for a long time, and honestly, it's been very, very difficult. So, and it was actually funny. I bumped into her at Whole Foods the other day. She was with her ex and her little son, and I just kind of waved. I didn't say anything. She waved back. I can tell that she's just kind of staying with him for the security aspect of it, and not because she loves him. She loves me, and this I know. But she's choosing this other guy, and I think that it's only a matter of time before he starts fucking up. So when she comes back, I will be a very happy man, right? So, but dealing with this subject of charged emotions, I know a bit of a rant here, but what are these charged emotions, and kind of what do they come, where do they come from? So this just chapter, this is the sixth week in the presence process, and it's basically talked a lot about kind of understanding how do we integrate these charged emotions. How do we do that? What are these charged emotions? And basically, the charged emotions, emotions, they're not really good or bad. It's just like fuel, okay? A lot of it is just like fuel. And so if you imagine, like, emotions are just like cans of fuel. And if you got a lot of them kind of, rolling around inside of you, there's nothing wrong with you, but those cans need to be opened, they need to be integrated, and that can fuel you to move in directions that you want to go. So with the presence process, what we do is, we sit, we consciously breathe in and out, and we let these emotions kind of come up and we experience them fully. There's the three-step process of, you receive you dismiss the messenger, right? The charged emotion comes up, you dismiss the messenger, okay? You don't shoot the messenger, and it basically, it's like, people, circumstances, and all of these things, they're not the enemy. It's like when I got that text from my lover, basically from this girl, right? Rather than get mad at her for breaking up with me on Christmas, I just dismissed it. I dismissed it. I just sent her a text that said, hey, if it doesn't work out, give me a call. And I left it at that. And so rather than blaming her, I just dismissed it. And I thought, okay. Now it's taken me a while to kind of get to this place where I can even talk about this, but the next part, of course, is, you've got to receive the message, right? You've got to actually look at what the message is, and then you basically, I forgot the third step, but I think it's like you integrate it. You let it come up. You receive the message, and then you. Oh, I know what it was. You feel unconditionally. So you feel your emotions unconditionally. You don't try to suppress them. You don't try to stuff them down or escape them. You just allow them to come up and to say their piece. And from there, you release them. And it's easier said than done, of course. But, this has been a very charged week for me, emotionally speaking. I've just come out of a very long work week from the previous week, and this was supposed to be a week of rejuvenation, and a week where I get back together with this girl that I've been seeing, and who I'm just totally in love with, but it's definitely difficult to go through the breakup and to actually get pushed away like that. It hurts. And so what I've been able to do is just sit down in the mornings and in the evenings and just breathe and let it come up and hurt. And hey, I've had to cry. Like this morning, I was literally just crying and asking God to just bring her back, and for her to choose me again, so it's not super easy. And, I'm doing the best I can with myself, but it's definitely going to take some time, to heal and to integrate these traumas, because it was traumatic. It kind of goes back to the childhood aspect of our life, where as children we feel as though we're not loved, or somebody could abandon us, and it's just it's scary, and so when you get these breakups and you get people that push you away, it can be very traumatic. And that's kind of what happened, especially since it came out of the blue like that. It was like all of a sudden the tune changed from I can't wait to see you, I can't wait to get out of here, to oh, actually I can't see you and I'm moving in. And you know what, hey, we live in a world of duality, right? And I really truly do believe that mainly because women are emotional beings, this is a temporary thing. She's said these kind of things before. And you can move in and then you can move out. I mean, this is just how things go. And I can't see you and now I can see you. So there's a world of duality here, and the key is to just let go. And this is what I've been learning how to do. It's like I'm letting go of the desire and the lack, feeling like I have this lack within me of I can't get sex, I can't you know, I can't get laid, I lost my partner, I can't have sex, I don't have that release available to me now. Why not just let go of the desire for it and just move on? Like, let it go. And it doesn't mean that you'll never have sex again. In fact, it just means that now you can operate from a healed emotional aspect of yourself. You can actually come at this with a fresh perspective. And in a way, I mean, think about it. If this girl reaches out to me again in the future, and she reaches out and I'm all butthurt and I'm all angry and I'm all like sad and blaming her for her, you know, for her just being a girl and just doing what she felt like doing in the moment, she's gonna be turned off. But if I'm like, hey babe, it's great to hear from you, I'd love to see you, when are you free to get together? She's gonna go, oh wow, I guess I made a big mistake. I made a big mistake letting this guy go. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Come on over, baby. You know, like that's how it's gonna be. So, you know, this week has just been such a challenging week for me. But I've definitely been feeling an inner strength. You know, I've been hitting the gym. I'm still consistent on my diet, if you want to call it that. I just choose my foods very carefully. And, you know, my debt is going down. I'm almost out of debt. I've got about $1,000 left. And, yeah, so I've definitely got some insight this week. And, you know, there's still challenges ahead. I don't have everything figured out. I will say this, and then I'll wrap this up. You know, there's basically been a shift in my attitude as far as like what I think I'm going to be doing for my career. And basically I want to kind of get out of this self-employment employee self-employment paradigm and shift over into the business owner / investor mindset. And so now when I first met this girl, she does a commission-based sales job, and she actually suggested that I join up and try it. So I was very resistant to this at first, but lately I've been kind of looking at it and thought to myself, this could be a good idea, this might be a good idea. So I went ahead and decided to take some training in Las Vegas, and that'll be the end of January. So I'll be just going there for like a day and a half or something and training, and then I'll be coming back into my town and doing some like, you know, just little sales presentations, and it's a commission-based job. I mean, it's probably not something I want to do forever, but it's way more lucrative potentially than what I'm doing now, which is just like driving my car around delivering food, basically as a glorified waiter. So I kind of wanted to get away from that, and actually that seems to be one of the reasons why she broke up with me initially, and she's even said this, is that, you know, she wanted to date me, she kind of wanted me to be a little bit more ambitious, and because I was kind of settling for this like job here, you know, doing DoorDash, it's like I think she kind of, so what I did was I was like, you know what, I've thought about this for a long time, and I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna do this. So what I did was and she was so happy for me, and you know, it was like all of a sudden she was like coming back onto me again, and you know, just because I stepped up and did this one thing, and I mean, it's like, it's just independent contracting. It's not like I'm, you know, signing my life away or something. You know, it's just another option of what could work. And I'm also working on my online business on the side, Shopify drop shipping and stuff like that. So basically with that, I bought her a plane ticket because she's a little bit tight on money. And I said I was going to give it to her for Christmas, and she was so grateful. She was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. This is so great. And then she went to her ex's house for Christmas, and now all of a sudden it's like, she basically told me to cancel everything. But again, her emotions are temporary, and I'm really confident that she's going to come around and be like, you know what, I just think I need to go on this trip with you, and I need to stop drinking, and we just need to go, and I need to get this training, and I need to get my life handled. And I'm going to be like, baby, thank God you said that, because I still have your ticket, and we're going to go, and we're going to get this handled, and we're going to get the training. You've already been at this longer than I have. I'm going to learn what I need to learn. I'm going to be working on my side businesses in the meantime. And if we happen to just, you know, make this relationship work, then that would be freaking awesome. So that is my, you know, that is what I want to do. That is the direction that I'm heading. But again, I'm letting it go. I'm just letting it go, and I'm releasing my expectations. I'm just going to have the intention plus the freedom from outcome. Okay? So I'm going to wrap this video up and just encourage you guys to keep doing the presence process, and I really encourage you to do it in conjunction with the releases. So like in the morning, sit for 15 minutes, do the morning release, and then in the evening, sit for 15 minutes, do the evening release. I know it's a little time consuming, but can you at least take an hour out of your day to just sit and be present? I think we can. All right, guys. On that note, I will see you guys next week, and yeah, Happy New Year.